YouTube, what is going on? Just wanted to give you a beautiful look at the E92. Yeah, this car is just car is something else, man. On my way to the shop this morning, and I just felt like I'm gonna make a video. We're just gonna hang out and chat on the drive to work because I am driving the fun car. Recently got the door jambs wrapped. Look how good that looks. I mean, this it looks like it's pink. I was like, I love this wrap color so much, I'm just gonna commit to it, and I had them wrap the door jambs. Looks really, really good. Really good. Oh, I am going to do the, you guys saw in the last video I did in my 1 series, I did the same JQ Works hub, but I went with a different wheel. I went with the leather one. I'm going to do that wheel in this one too. It's just a better setup. I like this wheel, but the suede, the leather just feels nicer than the suede. The suede feels kind of cheap. What's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are awesome, man. Today we're gonna make just a chat video. We're just gonna talk about life and stuff outside of cars, and sometimes that's just fun. Like sometimes I just want to riff about the things I'm thinking about and the changes in my life. And so if you're expecting a car content video, just keep it moving. It's not gonna be the one for you. And there are a few things that I love more than the E92 M3. Let me tell you, this car. It doesn't matter how many cars, how many cool cars I drive, how many fun cars I experience. This car is just remarkable, man. It is just, there's just nothing like it. I don't know. For the money, I just don't know if there's a car that's like this car. And it's obviously not the fastest, but I don't think as you get older, you begin to realize that doesn't really matter. Fastest isn't really everything. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well, man. I am on my way to the shop. Dude, the shop is crazy busy right now. Shout out to all you guys who watch these videos and you are customers of ours at CES Motorsport. It's been my mission to kind of get CES on the map for the last year. I've kind of signed up and helped them become a little bit more visible online. I took over their YouTube channel, started making videos for them, increased their product development, online e-commerce stuff, started building out their website to make it a little bit better. I got a lot more work to do on it. It's not there yet, don't judge me. But we have really been able to do some incredible things this past year with that company. And it's just turning out to be so much fun. Being able to partner up with those guys, it's just been a absolute pleasure and a treat. A lot of those guys have become my very close friends. Putting on my glasses here. It's kind of sunny out. But yeah, and it's just, it's really cool. I think about this all the time because going down the road of doing YouTube and all these relationships that you end up forging and these people that you end up meeting that become close friends and you do business with them. It's none of that really would have happened if I hadn't started YouTube, 6 years ago. And so it's cool. I started going to John's shop, CES Motorsport, to just do dyno. And that was really it, man. It was when I had the M2, I started going there to do dyno sessions and then a little bit of tuning and just got more and more in depth working with John and the crew over there. And a lot of the guys became close friends of mine. And yeah, it's turned into this thing where now, I kind of I'm a private consultant for them. I go there and I help them, build up the business to make more money. And as long as we're making more money, that's good. And there's a vision for the company. And it's just really cool to be able to just completely transform your life. You know what I mean? 6 years is not a long time if you think about it. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? I think about 6 years and I'm man, it doesn't seem like that long of a time to say, but it truly is. There's so much that can happen in 6 years, And I think about it when I wasn't doing YouTube and I had a job, right? And I was able to eventually quit that job and go into just do YouTube and affiliate marketing full time. it's just extraordinary what you can really do if you just like set your mind on it and like you just go all in, which is essentially what I did. I gotta have the coffee in the morning, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And like being able to build those relationships, I'll tell you what, if you do ever get an E92 M3, don't buy the Amazon cup holders because they're junk. They make a ton of noise. Get the OEM ones. There's a reason they're better. They're a lot more expensive, but there's a reason they're better. And I have to do that with this car. Sidebar, right? Anyway, so yeah, it's been a really fun journey, man. And like we're doing some pretty cool stuff. And there's some talks of some really big plans happening with that company because like we're just crushing it, to be completely frank. Like I'm not like trying to be like arrogant about it, but like we're just doing really good. Like we're making a lot of really cool stuff happen, and like the builds that we have in the shop right now are dude, they're insane. Like some sick builds going down, and a lot more in the pipeline. And like people are coming to us from all over the country. It's just really, it's a remarkable thing to like watch this happen, like watch this growth happen over the past like 4 years or so that we've been sort of working together, you know what I mean? So it's been a fun journey, dude, and I'm super blessed to be able to do that. And it's really, you know, it's changed my relationship with like YouTube and you know what I do for a living. Like when I first started out, you know, doing YouTube, I was like, well, I'm going to become like a big YouTuber and YouTube's going to pay me. And then you begin to realize like there's so many other ways to make money, and like YouTube doesn't really pay that well. Like the monetization, I mean, it's okay, but it's not like enough to really live on unless you're like super viral all the time, which I don't, dude. I have never made like viral videos. That's not my thing. I just like make what I enjoy, you know? So the views have always been kind of like whatever. But for me personally, you know, doing YouTube and then doing like affiliate marketing, which is really where I make my money. Like I've always done affiliate marketing. That's like my business. It's been awesome to like watch all of that grow and like go into different ventures, you know, like it's just I don't know, business is great these days. Like I'm doing better than I've ever done before, and I think that that's just because I've really allowed myself to sort of just dive into like different avenues of business and not be scared to try new things and like give a new shot at different opportunities and sort of like take attention away from some things that aren't working and apply more attention into new things. And a lot of people, you know, on YouTube are like, well, like a lot of the subscribers and people who watch my content are used to, they're like, well, why don't you build cars anymore? And it's like, well, you know, I build cars, but I don't do it in the sense that like you're gonna see a build happen overnight, which is really like where the virality with YouTube comes from. Like people want like a build to happen in 24 hours. I just don't think that you can do a quality build in 24 hours. I don't think you can do like a quality, like it takes years, man. Like it takes years to really build a car the right way, where like everything is done proper and it drives good, and you can like prove that by driving it every day on your way to work or whatever. And it can handle a lot of different situations, and it drives well, and the maintenance is taken care of, and the modifications are carefully, you know, sought after, and you're not just like picking things because you want to pick them. And I don't know, YouTube is just, you know, it's always sort of been this way where like it's just kind of saturated with a lot of like just garbage content, like brain rot content from people who are building these cars, and like it's just like I don't know. I've sort of like separated myself from YouTube a little bit because I know that what YouTube really awards is content that's done like fast and like clicky, and it's just never been my thing. And so like I've kind of taken a step back from doing YouTube content in a sense. You know, I'm really only putting up like maybe one video per week these days, and I think that that's probably going to go even further down to like maybe one video per month. And I would rather see, you know, like a banger video once per month than like just push out content once per week. That's just my kind of take on it. And you know, obviously you guys haven't seen me really do like any sort of build or new project in a while, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm just not really motivated to do one. Like I've still been like working on the M3 and the 1 Series, and I still have my wagon. I drive that a lot too. Funny enough, the wagon, crazy. Like I'm getting all of these like offers on it when I'm just randomly driving it. A lot of people want that car, and you know, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't entertaining some of those offers. I know. Everyone's going to get mad that I might sell the wagon. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I'll tell you that much. Like, there's still a bunch of parts that I have to put on that car that I've ordered that are here. They're just sitting around. I just haven't had the time to do them because I'm a busy guy. But, you know, someday I might sell that car. The reality is, you know, if I were to turn that into an M5 wagon, that's probably not the right one to do it to, because it's a 528 and you want to start with a 540, and there's just a lot of things that I've researched and found out that, like, the one that I decided to do this to is probably not the right one. And you know, many people have done this swap before me, so it's like I'm listening to them, like I'm taking their advice. Nonetheless, great car, love it, drive it all the time. It runs great, just needs a lot of work. Like, it just needs a lot of work, like, you know, and you're really just like throwing money away, guys. Like, it's a 1999 wagon with 250,000 miles on it. It's not worth a lot of money, and it never will be worth a lot of money. And it's like, so you have to like really be okay with just literally throwing money away. You know what I mean? And I'm a little bit older these days. This isn't Thick F30 where I would just spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on these cars and just like do whatever I want and like not pay attention. I'm much more specific with the stuff that I do to these cars these days, and I don't just like impulsively buy a bunch of shit. I'm not perfect, like I still buy shit, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not like buying everything I can to make content, make videos, which was really, when I first started YouTube, like, it was like any and everything, dude. Like, I would just buy whatever it was, anything and everything to throw at the car, just for the sole purpose to like make content. And man, it's just not the right way to approach it. It really isn't. Like, it's a great way to lose a bunch of freaking money and just like, I don't know. I had this like thought that I was like banking on myself, like, oh, I'm gonna become a YouTuber, like big YouTuber, and all this, that, and the other. And you know, I don't know. Like, you get a little bit of success on YouTube, and you've done it for a little bit, and you just kind of realize, like, you get away from like why you started making these videos in the first place. And if I'm making videos, man, I'm making videos because I want to. Like, this is a very good example. Like, this, I don't think this video is going to do well, and that's fine. Like, I just make videos because I like making videos. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it's always been. Like, try to just make videos because I like to make videos. So anyways, lots of stuff changing in terms of cars, but I am going to be going into a new build soon. So I want a newer car. Like, I'm just going to be like, that's probably going to tell you a lot about what I'm going to buy. but I do want a newer car, and I have a lot of older cars. All my cars are E-Series cars. I'm going to be getting a G-Series car. I'm not going to tell you which one, but y'all probably going to be able to guess it. I am going to get a G-Series car. Let's close these valves a little bit. And I think it's going to be really sick, man. I'm actually like looking forward to it. This is the first time that I've bought a car in a while where I'm like, man, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to get into this new car. Like, I'm really genuinely excited about it. And I didn't let myself just like impulsively go out and buy the car, which is what I would have done, you know, like a year ago. A year ago, me would have definitely just gone out and just bought the shit and done what I wanted to do. But I'm like, I'm taking my time with it. I'm buying it in cash. Big anti-debt guy these days. Like, you know, everything I buy now is in cash. And so it's a big purchase. It's a lot of money, and I'm spending all cash when I buy it. And so I want to make sure it's like the right one and I get the good spec. And I've taken a lot of time driving different ones to make sure I, you know, find the one that's perfect for me. Finding the right spec has definitely been the biggest part of the battle. Like, this car is obviously newer, but finding like the right combo is not easy because a lot of people didn't spec them out the way that I prefer. So you have to get kind of lucky, and also the prices are still relatively high. So it's definitely a matter of finding the right one. But we'll get there. We'll get there. In terms of these cars, dude, I'm not really doing anything to these cars other than freaking driving them. Like, I drive the M3 more than any of the cars that I own, and it's just because I love it so much. Like, this car is just, I don't know, man. This is one car that I bought because I wanted it and I wanted to give it a shot versus the E90, but like this thing has become so incredibly important to me just in terms of cars. And like when I go out and do all of these different reviews with different cars, I just never really find one that like pulls the strings quite like this one does. And I just keep coming back to it. It's like my favorite car ever, dude. Like the E92 M3 is just, you know, years ago, like I was like, oh, I'll sell it. I just could never do it. Like, it's just, I've also gotten to the point where like I'm done selling cars. Like I don't just like buy like a car that I'm actually building, like the 1 Series or like the M3, like they'll never get sold. Like they'll die with me. They'll go to my children. You know what I'm saying? Like these 2 cars will never leave the stable. The wagon, I haven't done anything. I just put wheels on and cleaned it up. Like it's not really, it's whatever, right? But and I can always like get another one down the road if I really like it. But I'm not saying I'm gonna sell the wagon immediately or like 100% yet. Like I still like that car, and there's still like work I want to do to it. I want to make it better before like getting rid of it, which is silly because like I'm just gonna be wasting money. But like I do have a bunch of parts for it, and I do want to make it drive better because it just needs it, and I feel bad like letting it go in the condition it's in. But who knows? Maybe I make it better and I clean it up and give it some maintenance, and then like I kind of feel like I just need to keep it. I don't know. Truthfully, I'm at the point where like, you know, any cars that I do keep, they have to go, I have to put them in storage. So like, cause I only have a 2-car garage, I don't have enough room. So like when the new car comes, like one of these cars, the 1 Series, more than likely the 1 Series is going to go into storage, and I'll have to pay to have that stored every month. You know what I mean? So, the future of like where this goes and what this means with having more cars, having more space, will be interesting, you know, because like, do I get my own little shop space, or do I like buy a new house with more property and build my own shop on it or something of that nature? We'll see. I don't know. You know, it's like next year is a big year for me. I'm getting married. Like we have a lot going on. And so right now, I'm just kind of like playing it cool and seeing what happens with the world and everything. And then I'll just sort of take my shots, like when it makes sense, you know? But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with those things in life. Outside of that, man, everything is great. Everything is groovy. I'm chilling. I'm having a lot of fun with work. I'm doing so many different things with work. Some new things that I'm not going to talk about on here, but maybe I'll talk about in the future. And I'm making really good money. I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life, which is sick. And I'm doing less than I've ever needed to in my life to make that money, which is pretty crazy. Like you just get really good at one thing over time, and it rewards you, you know? Like if I could give you any piece of advice, it's like just find that one thing that like really makes you tick, man. Like the one thing that you could not go on living without, whatever that might be, and just devote yourself to it. Like all the time, any free time you have, just like devote yourself to it, and like prepare to have a couple of years without friendships and relationships to just go all in on that thing and really build it up, because that's what I had to do in the beginning. But man, it's really come back. Like for me, you know, I've been able to build up some partnerships with huge brands, like including BMW. It's just like I just can't believe some of the stuff that I've landed lately, and it's pretty incredible. And it's also given me some relationships that are also just like, it just has me beside myself. Like I'm just like at a loss for words with some of the stuff I've been able to accomplish over the past year. It's pretty incredible. And it wasn't always like that, right? Like, you know, for a long time it was a struggle. It was really difficult, you know, like I was just doing everything I could do to make videos and make money and get by. And yeah, it's crazy. The journey is real, man. The journey is real. But I hope that this video kind of serves as some sort of inspiration to some of you. And also I just kind of wanted to have a chat with you guys as to where I was at in my life, because yeah, I used to have a lot of like talks with you guys when it came to YouTube, just like down to earth shit, you know, and like talk to you about life. And I don't really do that anymore. And I think like this platform is really good for just being sort of vulnerable. God damn, bruh. Such a good car. 1 Series goes in the wrap shop next week. Guess the color down below. None of you will guess. None of you are gonna guess the color. I put a poll up on Instagram. Nobody guessed it, man. Nobody guessed it. Everyone's like, Laguna Seca, midnight purple, speed yellow. I'm not doing none of that. You guys might like it. You might hate it. We'll find out. All right, pulling up at the shop. Oh, God, those downshifts. Just so good, man. So good. I always scrape on this fucking thing. Oh, yeah, all right. We got a 540 here, it looks like. Man, we're so crazy. We've got so much going on in the shop. I'll show you guys what we got going on. It's pretty nuts.
Stop. You got camera on.
The G80 M3 with a single turbo, full SPL catalog. I think I'm mostly curious about the SPL. Whoa, what's going on over here, boys?
Gotta make it tight.
Oh,
Could give it a little.
got the other arms? Nice,
All the arms. Well, everything but the
I'm
everything but
actually
the top one, man.
really excited to drive this one because it's got that. I mean, I feel like all the G series are super numb when you drive them, but putting these arms on it will actually make it a lot better.
John thinks he can drive.
That's good point, Hendel. Good point.
That's it, brother.
So that's kind of my thought with it.
We also
Do you know what I mean though?
we
Like
also
these
did
cars
these
are
right
like
here.
so electronic and numb.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, we did those too. That's all.
Are these SPL too?
Burma
No.
World.
Burma World?
Burma
Dude, this thing's gonna handle really freaking good.
Oh yeah.
Why don't we show the kids the kit on YouTube?
Yeah. Show them.
Let's show them the kit.
Well, it's not done yet.
I know, but I want to show them what we have so far.
We can probably crank it today. We can probably crank it. Yeah, we cranked
We're gonna crank it today.
We cranked. We already cranked it already. Yeah.
Oh, this car?
Yeah, we already cranked
Nice, dude.
it. Well, we had it.
Oh, you had? Did he come through and do the exhaust?
Yeah, Jar finished it.
Oh, so what did he do? He shortened it up top?
Yeah, he just shorted it. He kind of.
So this is the Vargas kit, but the downpipe that came with the kit that had the exhaust sitting like down here was crazy. Like it would have been scraping.
They had the.
So we had it custom made.
And then they started.
Oh, and then ended up bend right here. That looks way nicer. This is a 4-inch, right?
Yeah, we tied it to his existing 4-inch exhaust.
Yeah, dude, 4-inch. This thing's gonna sound fucking crazy. So there's a 4-inch single pipe all the way back to the muffler. This is the inked exhaust system, which a lot of people are kind of ranting and raving about on the G8X cars. It's still got valve capability, but it's just one big ass 4-inch all the way back. So this part we had to customize to make it work with the kit and everything. This is one of the first cars that's going to be running the Vargas single turbo kit on the G80. One of the first, not the first, but one of them. And this retains the factory electronic wastegate, so it's a little bit different in that regard. I really like this kit though, the way that it's set up with the turbo. Everything matches the CCBs, which is pretty cool. It's like that light gold. It's freaking sick, dude.
The BB what now?
Is this all DO88?
Yes.
Yeah, so full DO88 cooling package.
With the Wagner.
Yeah, like no spared expenses on this one. He definitely spent a lot of money in this. So full SPL catalog, which I think we said was like what, $6 grand for everything? Somewhere around there for the full SPL front and rear. And yeah, this is a badass build, man. Badass build. Definitely a goal build here. Well, I'm gonna let them finish up on that and then we'll pull it down. Single turbo S55 we just wrapped up and is now getting tuned by Sam. This thing is pretty badass. Fully built motor, internals, it has head work done to it, and it's got the Speed Tech kit. And we literally just finished this one up. So we're doing some tuning, some base maps with Sam, and then we're moving into some other stuff. Today we're actually filming this car because we're doing suspension on it. It's on stock right now, so we're gonna do a MSS suspension. The M4, you guys missed the M4, right? Well, this thing's getting our own single turbo kit. Is getting mocked up right now. We're building out everything has to be custom on these kits, you guys. That's why it takes time. You can see we're literally in the process of mocking everything up and getting the pipes rerouted the proper way to run with our single kit. Is a bottom mount kit, so things are a little bit different. And this is a kit we're going to be selling, so we need to make sure that it is A1 and perfect. And that's why this car has just sort of been chilling, because we're in between building the kit and also, of course, building our customer cars, which takes a lot of work as well. We have a brand new 2025 manual Supra in the orange. I forget the name of the orange, but this thing is getting a crazy package. Like fully built car. It's going to be pretty badass. So outside of that, man, those are the builds that are going down right now. We have a few out here as well, a few in the lot that we're working on, and yeah, we're staying busy. So I'm going to wait for them to bring that car down, and I'll show you what the Vargas kit looks like. It's pretty sick, dude. Pretty sick. Crazy, dude. Alright, we're bringing down the G80.
Bring all of it?
I mean, just so I can see it. Oh wow, this is the first I've seen it with everything kind of on and together. Wow, that looks good.
Is that a pump?
Gosh!
No, I don't think so.
Look at this, dude.
Why is this on?
Looks so good.
Somebody left this plugged in.
Somebody get the pump.
Look at this freaking thing, dude. Yep. So the deal is, we are building a custom front mount intake for this setup. So basically running a pipe from here through here up here, correct?
Yep.
So this will be the first, I think, right?
I think
first G80 with a single turbo and front mount
With a
intake.
front mount
Maybe.
intake.
I'm not positive.
I'm not totally sure. I haven't really
I'm
seen
not totally
one.
positive, but I think it would be cool. I think we're just cutting up like a
Silicone.
yeah,
Like
silicone intake and doing it.
But
So yeah,
pretty
I'll
much-
film some of that. That'll be pretty sick. We might get another startup today so I can hear this thing. I didn't get to hear it yesterday, so. Man, it looks nice though in here.
It
We'll
does.
put the turbo blanket over it too. We're still kind of like buttoning some things up, but yeah, it looks sick. Got the Wagner intake manifold. Everything fits. It's kind of nice, man. Kind of a nice setup.
Coming together.
Definitely coming together. All right, we're about to start this thing up. All right, you can start it, man.
All right.
Yeah. Are they both open? Yeah, that's crazy. It's got a good tone to it, man. We'll let it warm up a little bit. Turbo's so quiet.
Well,
Does it filter?
it's in limp mode right now because we don't have a tune on it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not going to make any turbo noise.
Damn, the exhaust sounds nice though, man. Just 4 inches all the way back. No diddy. Alright, I get some exhaust clips here of the new setup. That sounds good. That sounds really good. This thing is going to be so loud under load. Alright friends, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll end with just a beautiful visual of the 92 M3. It's the best car ever made, in my opinion. Maybe not best car, but it's really good. It's really good. Anyways, appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one.